before we get into the story, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more real-life moments that reveal the raw power of patience, timing, and truth. It was a late night, the kind where the world outside feels hushed, silent, broken only by the distant hum of streetlights and the occasional passing car. I was alone at home, nursing a glass of whiskey, thinking about the signs that had been building over months. The subtle disrespect, the mocking smirks, the cutting words she tossed around like they were harmless. Then my phone buzzed. A message appeared on the screen, cold and deliberately casual. "Don't wait for me." I stared at it, feeling a mixture of irritation and amusement. She assumed she had all the power, that I would sit silently waiting, that her actions carried no consequences. But I had a plan, one she would never see coming. I didn't respond right away. I let the arrogance linger in the air, savoring the silence. Most people would have reacted with anger, frustration, or a short, snide reply. But I wanted something calculated, decisive, something that would shatter her sense of invincibility in a single instant. I picked up my phone and selected one precise photo, one that spoke volumes without a single word. No caption, no explanation. The image alone carried the undeniable truth she had spent weeks trying to hide. I knew exactly how it would hit once it reached her. I sent it, leaned back, and sipped my drink, pulse steady, watching the seconds tick by. I imagined her reaction, her confident facade slipping, replaced by panic, disbelief, and a frantic attempt to regain control that would never succeed. 7 minutes felt like an eternity. Each passing second amplified the tension as I pictured her reading, understanding, and realizing the exposure she could not undo. I didn't need to call, didn't need to speak. The moment had been orchestrated perfectly. Then it happened. My phone erupted, calls, texts, notifications flooding in so fast it was almost dizzying. She had understood immediately. Her confidence, her smug armor, was gone, replaced by sheer panic. Her frantic messages poured in, pleas, desperate attempts to explain, justify, or spin what had been captured in that single revealing photo. Each alert was like another hammer striking at her carefully maintained illusion of control. Every smirk, every attempt at casual dominance, had crumbled under undeniable truth. Her calls were relentless. Her voice, once composed and mocking, now trembled with desperation. She begged, pleaded, demanded explanations, each word more frantic than the last. I stayed calm, silent, letting her words hit the air and fall flat against the wall of truth I had constructed. Messages kept coming, fragments of apologies, frantic reasoning, desperate justifications, all powerless against the reality she now faced. What she thought she could hide was laid bare in a way she couldn't escape. The impact of that photo went far beyond her phone. Friends, the person she had been with, colleagues at the event she attended. Everyone began piecing together the truth. Rumors, whispers, subtle hints. Her carefully cultivated image of control was unraveling in every corner she had thought she dominated. What she had assumed private and untouchable became painfully public. Every smirk, every casual confidence vanished, replaced by exposure and helpless panic. She tried to salvage it. More messages, video calls, frantic negotiations. But every attempt only amplified her desperation and loss of control. Her usual composure evaporated entirely, replaced by trembling hands and broken words. Every notification reminded me that the truth had landed perfectly. No amount of manipulation, charm, or lies could undo the impact of those few carefully chosen minutes. I remained calm, sipping my drink as I watched the storm unfold. This wasn't about revenge or cruelty. It was about the undeniable power of truth. One image, paired with patience and timing, dismantled her arrogance and exposed her completely without a single confrontation. The chaos, the frantic calls, the trembling voice, and the desperate texts, they were the natural consequences of the reality she had tried to hide. She was powerless, facing the full weight of her actions, completely exposed to a digital world that had just witnessed her unraveling. Minutes stretched into hours as her attempt slowed, leaving a heavy, suffocating silence. Her pride was shattered. Her mind raced with disbelief and regret. In the aftermath, I reflected on the power of patience, precision, and restraint. One carefully chosen photo, sent calmly at the right moment, undid months of manipulation, arrogance, and disrespect. She had been blindsided, stripped of control, and forced to confront the truth she thought was safe. The shock she felt, the frantic chaos she created, and the public humiliation she endured would leave an imprint she could never ignore. By the end of the night, she was trembling, speechless, utterly humiliated, while I remained calm, composed, in complete control. Sometimes patience, careful planning, and undeniable evidence carry more weight than anger, confrontation, or revenge ever could. One precise, measured act spoke louder than 1,000 arguments, leaving her exposed, shattered, and completely undone.